Welcome everybody. We are now in session 18th of our course. We have just 2 sessions left. And what we are going to discuss today is networking. You did have the recorded webinar in your homework on networking and LinkedIn. And what I want to tell you here is the concept of being CEO of your own corporation. We will start with that. We have 2 major philosophies people employ when they work. So some people say, I'm an employee, okay? And business is not my business. So my business is to be a good employee. And my future is vested in the good company where I work. So I do my best and company takes care of me. So I'm investing myself into a good company. My son-in-law works for Microsoft, and when he just got that job, and he was not sure he really wants to work in that department because it was more about support rather than developing applications, and he wanted to be in applications. And he said, yeah, but what's going to happen to me, in whatever 5-10 years if I do not do development of applications rather than some utilities for support. And they tell him, look, Microsoft is a lifetime employment. You start working for Microsoft and Microsoft takes care of you, which is not exactly the case, let me tell you. But that is the philosophy. People want to be taken care of. Now, we have another philosophy. And in that philosophy, you are saying, look, unless I take care of myself, nobody has much for me left, which is true, by the way. And the only stability comes from yourself, from inside of yourself. And you look at yourself as a CEO of your own corporation. Now you are in a business. You might be a permanent employee for Oracle, for example. But working for Oracle permanently, you might have two philosophies employed. You might say, I'm an employee of Oracle, and then Oracle takes care of me. Or you might have a philosophy of being a CEO of your own corporation, and your own corporation now has a contract with Oracle. But what makes the major difference? The major difference comes from the evaluation of what's important in your life and what's not important in your life. So if you are CEO of your own corporation, CEO of, let's say, Mikhail Portnov Inc., okay. How good is my company? How well am I doing? There are 2 measurements, 2 assets, 2 major assets of me as a corporation. One asset is my knowledge, marketable skills. Yeah? Marketable skills. So the more marketable skills I have, the more money I'm going to make, the easier I'm going to get another job, and so on. And another asset of me as a corporation, or you as a corporation, you as someone who takes care of yourself, is a network of right people. Network. The larger the network, the more influential people in that network. So let's say, let's grade. Okay, so the larger, the better. The more influential people, the more, let's say, affluent. Okay, let's call it that way. The more affluent, the stronger the relationships. So the better your network, the more value of your network. And that is the standpoint from which I would suggest you to look at what we are going to discuss today. So we have a PowerPoint presentation where we cover what we are going to cover. And so let's see. From the job search perspective, it is said many sources are saying that 70% of open positions are not advertised, so they are not going to recruiters, and companies would fill out those positions internally. And we are talking primarily about permanent jobs, not contracts. Contracts go to vendors. If you have bad economy, then contracts or whatever goes to vendors or recruiters might really go to nothing, to zero. But lots of jobs are still available. They're going to be available. And the only way to have access to those is to be networked. I have an instructor here, and she teaches at night, and she was a QA director for VMware, the company which does virtual machines, and she's teaching virtual machines here. And she's a QA director right now herself in another company. But I remember her when she just graduated from our school, and recession came in 2001, and she lost a job, and her experience at that time was 2 years. And it was impossible to get a job. I mean, for the next couple of years, it was practically impossible to get a job, and she got a job in 2 weeks. And then 1 year after, it was 2002, which was, again, the terrible market. She loses a job, and she gets another one in 3 weeks. That is the value of being networked and being in strong relationships with people. It's not enough to have their phone numbers or their email. It's not enough to say, okay, happy birthday once a year. It shows you the strength of internship and relationships and networking. She became QA director after 5 years in her career, and she came from Russia, and she got married to an American guy, and her background was in civil engineering, and she was 26 or 25 when she entered the school. That is a good example. You know, when economy is booming, everybody is a guru of job search, because jobs find you. It's not like you find a job; it's job finding you. But when it comes to bad economy and bad market, so then we know who knows what he is doing and who doesn't know what he is doing. So networking is that insurance you have in your career. The more years of experience you have, the more times you go to you change your jobs, the less you need to go to Dice or Monster or Craigslist. The more often you will get jobs through networking, because people who know you and people who appreciate you and people who respect you, they will call you. You don't even have to say, I'm looking for a job. They will contact you anyway, asking, listen, we have an opportunity. Are you interested? That is why when I go from recruiters, perspective, or you can go to, let's say, LinkedIn, you can go to Craigslist. Go to Craigslist and look at resumes available. You will not see decent resumes. It's just practically all of that is garbage. Why is it garbage? Because people with good resumes and good experience, they have networks, and they have no reason to go there. Okay, they get a job through connections. So bullet number 3 says here, many positions are available only through insiders working in the hiring companies. We have a company here, they are moving from Japan. Huge gaming company, one of the largest in the world. They are 600 people big right now, and they're going to be 4,000 at the end of the year. They have a policy of hiring no less than 70% of people through inside referrals. Just an example of what it means. Many positions are available only if you know people inside. So staying in touch with people you know professionally is critical for being able to access those hidden jobs. Even in a good economy, guys, certain jobs are not easy to get. So there is a huge difference between being employed in whichever way or being employed in a highly desired, types of lines of employment. Companies, benefits, projects, this and that. So still, there are areas which are difficult to actually access. Don't try to do it as your very first job. It doesn't have to be like that. So the more experience you have, the more often you find a job through your networking. And now we are moving to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a tool, and it is not a tool for creating contacts. The very idea of LinkedIn is to maintain contacts. And they punish you if you start soliciting people. So let's say you send me an invitation and I don't know you. And you might contact me with something very indecent. I don't know, some advertisement or God knows what. So, and I can complain, I can push a button saying I don't know that person and I don't know why that person is contacting me. So if you come to 5 buttons pushed, they terminate your account or suspend your account. So be careful. LinkedIn is not exactly for creating accounts. At least the original idea was like that. It does have certain mechanism for establishing new contacts. It does exist there, but you have to know how to do that, and it's not obvious. Second bullet in my list says you shouldn't use it for social contacts. It is specifically for employment. If you want social contacts, use Facebook. That one is specifically for employment. And 5-6 years ago, nobody believed LinkedIn will survive the growth of Facebook because everybody was moving to Facebook, and it looked like people don't need LinkedIn. And finally, the concept of being specifically professional and not that much social, and it's not about schmoozing about different things or events in your life, it is strictly professional. It does create certain niche, and LinkedIn survived very well that niche. The trouble with Facebook, so it is very clear. So the good technique here is whoever you meet in your life, it might be recruiter, and you can contact that recruiter. Maybe that recruiter contacted you over email. Maybe you talked over the phone. Ask that recruiter, would you mind if I invite you on LinkedIn? And I don't know anybody who would say no. But I know lots of people who talk to me for 30 seconds and then suddenly I get their invitation for LinkedIn connection, and they just do that automatically. It's a routine. They would not talk to anybody without inviting that person to their network. Why? It's a capital. It's a network. It's your asset. You might say, yeah, but there is no strong relationships. Absolutely. There is no strong relationship yet. It might become stronger. Or they might get access to my network by connecting to me. So my network becomes available to them, so they can search my network. They can, see if we know people, if we share some people. So who you have to invite to your network? So it is a professional network. You do not invite people who do not belong to your professional circles. So recruiters are fine unless 70% of your network is recruiters, or even 20% of your network is recruiters. It's not the way to go. Recruiters might be 5%. Because you are not in recruiting business yourself. If you are a recruiter, you might have 70% of your network, other recruiters, but you are not in that case, in that situation. So coworkers, people from college, if you graduated from computer science or engineering one way or another way, computer related, something like, close to what you are doing right now, invite them. You might say, yeah, but you know what, I created my LinkedIn profile 5 years ago, and should I create new one because I'm changing my profession? Guys, definitely, you might create new one, and you might actually even completely eliminate your older one. It depends how connected you are. I mean, if you have 100 connections in SmartStory, if you have 3 connections, just terminate your account, forget about its existence, create a brand new one. What else? So you do not want your LinkedIn profile to interfere with your job search and your career endeavor. Look at that. I have Google here, and let me search. Let's say there is a recruiter, and the recruiter gets my resume, and he says, what is that? Who is that Mikhail Portnov? Mikhail Portnov, okay? And I put the search string in double quotes, which means exact match. Okay, let me search Mikhail for Mikhail Portnov. What is the very first thing I see on my screen? It is LinkedIn. Here's my LinkedIn profile. That is what they see first. And guys, imagine I have so many web pages with my name on it. I mean, we're talking about thousands, maybe tens of thousands. And now it just, LinkedIn is number one. Give me your name. Give me anybody who does have LinkedIn profile. Just type your name in Skype, and I will try it. No, nobody wants to? Okay, Peter. Okay, let's try Peter. Peter Filipovski. Okay, let's try Peter. Number one is Peter's LinkedIn profile. Look at that. It says out of 612 results. Out of 612, we have one on LinkedIn. Then there is maybe another Peter, I don't know, a New York area, yeah, maybe another Peter, and then Facebook, and then Meetup, so Mountain View, Mozilla Meetup group. Well, whatever the social networks, so they are likely to be, higher than others. Then we have Alexander. Okay, let's try Alexander. Alexander has a very funny spell. It's a Belarusian, I would guess. Alexander. Guys, look what they did out of Alexander. Khvastovich. Let's take a look. Google Plus is first. And honestly, I do not see any LinkedIn here. I don't think you have LinkedIn account, or maybe I just misspelled, or your LinkedIn account is not publicly shared. There is an option there. Alex. Okay, let's try Alex. Alex Khvastovich. Yeah, the last name is spelled properly. I do not see anything. So it might be a private account. It might not be something shared with others on Google. There is an option there. When you look at your settings for your account, you might see if it is publicly shared or not. But that is what I'm telling you guys. It is really important, because when they look at you, Alla Rosinov. Okay, let's take a look at Alla. Okay, Alla Rosinov. Okay. Yeah, Alla is number one. Guys, what do I see immediately when I click on Alla's profile? I might not know much, but there is one thing which is always there. And that one thing is how many contacts she has. She has 45 connections, and I would say it is a very good number, very professional. As a decent professional, she is supposed to have like 30, 40, maybe 50, 60 even connections. If you have 3 or 5 or even 12, guys, something is wrong with you. That is the idea. Something is wrong with you. And what Alla has then, since she has a resume and she goes to the job market with that resume, then she takes that resume and puts, converts into her LinkedIn profile. In a summary, she puts summary. In an experience, she goes through the places of employment, and she has many years of employment in IT field. Something is really wrong here. Look at the bullets. So bullets here are different from the bullets there. So it looks a little bit ugly. I would say you are in full control of that. You can really go and check out. So coding, testing, colleges, Polytech. Okay, so I see a lot about Alla here, but most of the people who are not connected to her really, so they will see just a little bit. Now, with that said, I was just trying to show you how important LinkedIn is. And very often managers and HR people, so they research you that way. I remember one manager who decided not to interview one of our students because he did search and he found photo on Facebook. And in that photo, he was kind of looking drunk and he was drinking beer from two bottles at the same time. And so, guys, be careful. And I really suggest that you do a search, okay, for your name exact that way, so to see what other people will find about you. And they will. They definitely will. In today's world, it's very common. Then we go back to the presentation. So what do? You invite fellow Portnoy school graduates. How you do that? So you have that. You're all in that group. We have 60 people, in that group. April 10th, when we started. So guys, you can invite each other a lot. So share. I mean, really, it is a great opportunity. Normally we have like maybe 13, 14, 15 people in a group. So that group is much better, much larger. So you have lots of opportunities like that. And so make sure you have like 30, 40, 50. And then you start working, connect to other people working there. Wherever you go, invite those guys. Okay, and maintaining the professional contacts is not a periodic campaign. It's not like anytime you start looking for a job, you go to LinkedIn and you start connecting to people. No, it is a process. It's an everyday routine. Then, when you start looking for a job, it becomes a tool. Nobody wants to be solicited by desperate people. That is why networking is not to be done when you look for a job. Networking is to be done in between looking for a job. Okay, in between. And for example, in local area, we have a chapter of the organization. Let me give you the website. It's asq.org, I believe. asq.org. So it is the American Association of Software Quality Professionals, and I will tell you exactly why I want you to know about that specific organization. They have local chapters. You can, wherever you live in US, you can go and meet people, physically meet people, which is very important. And then in that ASQ, I don't want you to navigate through the interface. I will just type it here. So it's a ASQ, then you say sections slash find HTML. Find HTML. Now guys, give me your zip code wherever you live. Give me your zip code. Anybody? On 06902. Okay, let's type here 06902. God knows where it is, but let's I don't know. Okay, and it gives you, look at that, and it gives you the list of local chapters where you can go. So there is one in Danbury, Waterbury, it's all about Bury, okay, Bridgeport, and all other things which are difficult sometimes to pronounce. Look at that. 3 in Connecticut, 1, 2, 3, 4 in New York, New Jersey, and 2 more in Connecticut. They are all local sections. And if you click on that link, you will get to their website. And when you go there, you will find out about local events. Let's try another zip code. Let's say something also weird. 11215. Guys, it's weird to me because we live in California. Everything begins with 9. Whatever doesn't begin with 9 is weird to me. Now look at that. Wow, pretty much same area. It's New York, New Jersey, yeah, same places. Okay, similar. So what I mean here, you have quite a few. Guys, you don't have to go to all of those, especially if it's like 81 mile, but 17, it's cool. And what else? 85050. Okay, 85050. Let's see. Arizona. Shouldn't be too many. Oh God, we have a lot in Arizona actually. See, well, some of them are in Nevada, some of them are in Mexico, in Tijuana. Wow, guys, can you imagine? They have QA association in Tijuana. So you have lots of places to go. Now let me go to the local SS. Yeah, that is the one where we live. They have their own website, SSQA-SV for Silicon Valley, I believe. So it is coming. What they do, they meet each second Tuesday of a month. And here is the number. That is their number, 0613 Silicon Valley section. And here is the meeting. That is Tuesday, May 8th. Oh, actually, it just happened. Okay. In a Hewlett-Packard building, and they discuss certain things. They're going to be, here is the map, how to get there, and they have a speaker, guest speaker, who, whatever the presentation is about. But what's important, before they begin, they say, okay, guys, who is new? Okay, tell us who you are. Who is looking for a job? Okay. Tell us who you are, what you want. Recruiters go there. Lots of people go there. Why do you want to go there? Because that is the best place to network. And you do not go there to, to get a job. You go there to build professional connections. I can say here in Silicon Valley, if I go there, I used to talk there a couple of times. If I go there, I will see 40, 50, 60 people. Depends on what they are discussing. Depends on the guest speaker. But that is what I would suggest you to do. Another one, I'm not sure if you ever used the Meetup. So these people, they have their own Meetup group. But Meetup is the place where you search for places and people, meetup.com, okay? And let's say you are in zip code 11215, okay? If you go there, and if you are in that zip code and you are looking for specific keywords and specific topic, let's say software testing, and then come up with the zip code which is 11215. Okay, it helps you to find local groups, and groups have schedules for meetings, and it might be $5-10 to get there because they buy drinks and foods and different things. Okay, so we have a group called Quality Assurance. It's a group for those interested in quality assurance, web and software test automation, QA-based development, Ruby, Python, and more. Look at that. Here is a group. Distance 25 miles from Brooklyn, best match. 15 meetup groups matching software testing near Brooklyn. 15 meetup groups. Okay, let's keep going. And the group has 393 members. It doesn't mean each and every time they meet, 400 people will come. No, it might be just 20 people or 30 or 40. But you will see, if you go inside the group, you will see previous meetings, how many people were there. So all the statistics are there. Python testing, Google, New York Tech Talks, New York. Well, Selenium users meetup. Guys, not bad. If you live in New York Metro and you are interested in Selenium, go there. You will see people. You just listen to what they are saying. You don't have to, do your presentation right there. Okay. So just do your do your research, guys. That is my suggestion. So when people contact you on LinkedIn, sometimes we have hesitations where I say, you know what, I do not feel comfortable rejecting somebody else's, invitation. You want to please people rather than upsetting them. Guys, it is about your professional contacts. It's not about pleasing anybody. It has a purpose. You will see lots of realtors or insurance agents or God knows who trying to get to your network. I wouldn't say it's a good idea, because other people might see who you have in your network. I mean, you can definitely make your network closed so other people cannot see that, but you can also make it open so other people see what a quality of people you have in your network. That is much better. Okay, so what do you do? First of all, you open an account. There is no cost associated. So then you read the help. It will give you basic idea. My suggestion is do not buy any book on LinkedIn, because before that book comes from Amazon, you will be a guru already. And I tried that myself, and I would say it's a waste of money. Assuming you spend an hour learning how to use LinkedIn, and I'm here to help you. So create basic profile means until you have your job market resume from me, guys. Do not put lots of details. Just say software QA professional, whatever. But when you get resume, which I do, just integrate that resume. Summary and skills and certain things. So we can work on it, but just make sure it is consistent with your resume. If it is inconsistent with your resume, it will hurt you. I mean, it's better to have no profile than having profile which purges you. You know? Apply for Portnoy group membership. What's good about groups? What's good about groups? Members of same group might contact each other. For example, you say not people, but say groups here. Okay, you say groups, and then you type Portnoy. I don't think there is more than one. Okay, Portnoy Computer School. Okay, here is a group, 667 members. Okay, it keeps growing. And then what happens? Join the group. I already joined, so I cannot join it second time. But you will see button which says join the group. And after you join the group, and so you can go to members here. And when you go to members, you can invite any person from the group to your personal network. Okay. So if someone is a member of my personal network, it comes with the number 1 here. So first level of connection. But then there might be some people who are not my first level. I don't know. And then I can connect to them. Yeah, well, most likely they are my first level. Well, so we have gentlemen with similar name. Look at that. Yeah. Same as Vyacheslav. So Maria. Okay, we have lots of people. And so then you start searching for professional groups. Let's say software testing. You do not need more than one group, but you need a good one. The search results are coming sorted by membership. Okay, here is, no, what is that? Okay, here is a group. It's called Software Testing and Quality Assurance. And they have 95,000 members, guys. 95,000. They are the largest one. The next one is just 16,000. You do not need the next one. Just take this one. Say, just enroll. I have membership already, so I can post, I can do something there. But maybe out of 96,000, maybe 75,000 are from India, or maybe even 80,000 are from India. But still, we have a lot locally. And through people in India, you might connect to people who are in the United States. We have lots of Indians in the United States as well. So that is the only group you might need. So out of professional groups. So you enroll into Portnoy group, and you enroll into software testing quality assurance. We have another group for our consulting organization, Los Altos Software Testing House. So you might enroll into that group as well. So we have what, 48 members, not too many. Then, okay, now let's say you are looking for people, but you look for that people. I go to advanced search. I'm looking for people working in certain company. Let's say I have an interview scheduled in a company called, let's say, company. Where's company name here? Okay, company. Attitude. Okay, Attitude. Only current employees. And I want for that people locally, located or near 94040. So Mountain View, local area code, 50 miles. I said, okay, search. And it brings me certain list of people. Why do I care? Nothing. Maybe I misspelled the company name. Let's see if I can go back. Attitude. Okay, let's say another Attitude. I don't remember. They were purchased by Oracle recently. We had interns there. Let's call it MindJet. Okay, MindJet. Okay, let's take another company. And by the way, what we'll also do, I will say when I search, I want search also for members of the group. Which group? Let's say whatever group. So software testing and quality assurance. And Portnoy, no, okay, just one group. Okay, Portnoy Computer School. Okay, good. And then this search. So guys, what you're gonna see, there is just one lady there, and she is my second connection, but she is our graduate anyway, so I know her. And she is a member of Portnoy Computer School group. That is what we know. What you can do, you can connect her to her. You can say, push the button connect. And is she really from Portnoy Computer School? I can click on it and see, look inside if she mentions Portnoy. But that is exactly the idea. You can invite that person. Yeah, I remember her. You can invite that person without being punished for that. See? Okay. MindJet, Wells Fargo. Yes. Yes. Where is her education? Oh, yeah. She is a member of Portnoy Computer School group. See? And she is a member of few more groups, actually. Software testing group as well. But why Portnoy group membership is important? Because if there is anybody with Portnoy group membership, you can contact that person directly, or you can even ask me to contact that person on your behalf. And you can say, listen, let's talk. And lots of people, I would say 8 out of 10, will be willing, if you contact them or I contact them on your behalf, will be willing to tell you what the interview questions normally are. What is the culture? What is this one? What is that? And when you actually come to the interview, they will be very helpful in promoting you among other candidates. So we have that all the time, and that's what I tell everybody to do. Maybe 1 out of 20 people will actually research the interview company for our graduates, for connections, for certain, backdoor opportunities, But the market is like as crazy as it is today, so people become careless. And, it's okay. I mean, if you really can get it around without it, it's fine. But I'm just telling you, it exists. That is why it is important. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. So you create basic profile. You apply for Portnoy group membership. You enroll into at least one group, which is software testing and quality assurance, and then you update your profile. Anytime your title changes or your employment changes or something happens and your resume gets updated, make sure you update your LinkedIn profile. By the way, you can use a LinkedIn for looking for jobs. I mean, they have lots of open positions. If you go there and say jobs and search for jobs, I can tell you guys, since we do some recruiting, time to time, if I want to post a position on Craigslist, it costs $25 per position anywhere but Silicon Valley. In Silicon Valley, it is $75. If I want to post a job advertisement on LinkedIn, it is $200. $200. So 3 times more expensive than here in Silicon Valley, and 8 times more expensive than anywhere in US. And Craigslist is considered, one of the best places to hire. So that is the value. And you can search for jobs, and lots of people tell me they are being contacted by recruiters. When you create your profile, they ask you what your interests are, and you can say, I am interested in jobs. So then they might find you, and they are looking for people. I don't know if they ever contacted you, but they might. So Alexander is asking me on Skype what happens. He just applied for group membership. Look what's going to happen. I go to my groups, and it shows me all the groups where I am. But some of the groups are my groups. And for example, it says Portnoy Computer School. We have 14 people waiting for approval. And I actually looked at that yesterday night. I just didn't know some of those. So, and I'm saying, okay, Alex Kvastovich, I approve him. Marina, she's in our class, I approve her. Peter, we approve Peter. Then Alexei, we approve Alexei. And then, so, Rao, okay, Kamataka, India. So, I look at that stuff. Let's say I don't know that person. Have no idea. And that person says, I'm Himanath Rao, and I'm from India. And so either I know that person name, and sometimes, guys, I do not know full names of our students because they come in shortcuts, especially Indian and Chinese names. So people either shortcut them or replaced by American names. So who is Valencia Monica here? Experienced in VDI. I don't know. Really, why she would apply. So okay, so I still have lots of people waiting there, and I have to ask my staff. So who is a student, who is not, because sometimes they apply at very early stages of their training, and I don't know who they are. Vlad Rupasov, London, Ontario, Canada. I don't know. So you can say Portnoy student, so then I will know for sure. Now, join QA-related groups. Okay, update your profile. Keep going. We did that exercise with searching for your name on Google. Make sure it is searchable. Your profile is searchable. If it is not searchable, you will have less opportunities to prove you are the real person. Connect to 2-3 technical recruiters in Lion category. Lion stands for LinkedIn Open Networker. Open Networker is the person who says, please connect to me. I'm not going to reject your invitation. Why you want to be connected to a couple of people with huge network? Because let's say if you have me and my network is 20,000, then all the members, and I'm your first level connection, then all the 20,000 people in my network becomes your second level connection. Imagine 20,000 people in my network in average have 50 contacts each. So your network now is 1 million people. So, and when you search, you can find in your search only people who are in your network up to 3rd level. So when you search LinkedIn, you will find people who are either number 1, 1st level connection, 2nd level, or 3rd level. Otherwise, you will not see them. That is why it's very important to have a couple of very powerful 1st level contacts. So it opens your network, it makes it huge. And I am one of those guys. I do not have thousands myself, but my network is huge. My network is like 10 million people because I am connected to a couple of those. So include LinkedIn link into your profile on Dice and other search engines. Guys, I would say even in your resume now, it makes sense to provide your LinkedIn or maybe Skype, not LinkedIn but Skype. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I was talking about resume and resume with Skype and LinkedIn in your profiles when you do Dice or Monster. They ask. Email signature, if you have signature at all, so it might be a good idea. Take part in several discussions available in your LinkedIn groups. Well, doesn't have to happen immediately, so you might wait with that stuff. What else you can do or should do? You can search for job postings, I told you already. You can find people working in the company before you go there for an interview. And again, our network is huge. I mean, the Portnoy School, definitely we do not have lots of people in New York or Arizona, but overall, they might have, it is not going to be a first level or maybe second level, but it will be a third level contact. You will see. Unless you try, you never know. Research managers and other interviewers there. I'm not sure if I ever told you guys, but there is a thing called informational interview. The idea of informational interview is you schedule an appointment and you say, would you please give me the opportunity to have an informational interview with you. So informational interview is not an interview for open position. Let's say if you ask me, Michael, you're QA manager for whatever, Google Schmoogle, can I have an informational interview with you? I'm very new in that area. I have a couple of questions. We might go to lunch together and talk. The idea of informational interview is I provide you with kind of insider information. Like I might look at your resume, I give you a couple of advices. Lots of people will do informational interview with 25 people because they anticipate that that person who does an informational interview with you either hires you himself or suggests you to someone, I mean, if they like you. And it happens a lot. But you have to understand, people do not want to be abused. If you tell them, I want to talk to you because what if you have a position, nobody wants to talk to you because that puts them in certain liability kind of situation. So now they are, it looks like they promised you to consider you. Lots of managers or leads or people who make decisions, so they don't want to be in that position. But if you say, let's talk, so we are professionals in same field, yeah, would you help me with your insight? You might say, you know what, I never worked in New York, I never worked in Philadelphia, I never worked in Florida, so would you mind? And then when you go to the informational interview, make sure you have 5-6 good questions. So you might say, okay, here is my resume. Would you please give me suggestions? Doesn't mean you have to follow the suggestion, guys. If you show your resume to 10 people, they will give you 10 sets of suggestions, and most of them will be contradicting to each other, which is fine. But what I'm saying, ask good questions. Ask them what do you think my rate could be? I mean, how much should I ask to do not be ridiculous? Should I look for permanent or contract positions? So any specific trend on the local job market, anything they anticipate and I have to be prepared to, things like that. Okay, so I think if you do not have too much of attention, you know, from local recruiters, go to the recruiters. You can have an informational interview with the recruiter, with the QA manager. How do you find QA manager? Find them on LinkedIn. Contact them through LinkedIn. It's not a big deal. I mean, if you are a member of same group, let's say you joined the QA, the testing QA group, and locally maybe 50% of managers are members of the group, so you can contact them through the group. I mean, not a big deal. So that is what LinkedIn is for. So guys, we are done with that presentation, and I hope I inspired you to use LinkedIn and to learn more about LinkedIn, because it is an amazing tool, a really amazing tool. And I'm looking at the questions in Skype. Mikhail, aside from recruiters and fellow Portnoy students, who else are the right people we should network with? The right people are people in your profession. The question is how you meet that people. When you go to the events, the live events, which I mentioned, so then you take their business cards, you give them your business card, or maybe you don't have business card, and you contact them. So people who the nice way of doing that is inviting people who you physically met. Or sometimes you met them virtually, I don't know. But people you did have an opportunity to deal with, to talk to. It might be strong relationship, it might be very weak relationship, but at least you know who they are and they know who you are. So when they accept your invitation, so they know who exactly is asking them. Mikhail, aside from, okay, so now we have question coming from Hasana. And so guys, okay, Hasana says, how do you tell people you are in the market for a job? When you invite them, you do not want really anybody to know. So they have to be kind of relaxed. So you are not desperate, you are not really contacting them because you are looking for a job. You are contacting them because you are building your professional network, which everybody supports nowadays. Specifically after the most recent recession, everybody wants to be networked. Let's say you have your network of 500 people or 300 people, and then you are looking for a job. So you can send the message to all of them. I'm not sure if you can send it to all of them, but there should be something like that. I can do it because I have my own group, let's say Portnoy group. As an administrator of the group, I can send message to all the members in the group. I'm not sure, really. You can change your status. When you change your status, everybody will be informed. But my suggestion, my suggestion is to contact these people individually. When you go to your list here, so here is the list of members. I go to my members. Oh no, this is members of group. I'm sorry. You go to the list of your contacts. List of your contacts. It's here. Connections. Okay. You go to connections and you will see them alphabetically. And you just go one by one and decide who exactly you want to contact. You say, hi, by the way. So I'm looking for a job. So if you have anything, you know, yeah, here is the list. And you can follow that list. You know, it's a pretty big one. And then you click here and click here and click check and check and check. And then you can send them the message. Send message to the people you checked. That is how it works. But I would pre-select them individually based on who they are and how you know them. Start with those whose relationship with you is stronger. Okay, guys, so I see Al is typing something in Skype. Okay, let's make it the last question because I have to run. And still we have another session tomorrow. So, guys, make sure you put your questions on Skype, and so we can discuss them next time, because I would say the actual value of being online, you know, here as a group is we can discuss immediate issues, something which just pops up. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.